The UK has put forward its own emissions trading system for after the Brexit transition period. Previously the UK had to abide by strict EU limits and regulations. Its departure from the EU started on January 31, with the transition period to fully leave the bloc occurring on December 31. The Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy said in a statement that the UK-wide ETS includes plans to cut the present emissions cap by 5%. It will put a cost on carbon pollution to encourage polluters to reduce the greenhouse gases they emit. The UK has a target for net zero carbon emissions by 2050. The department said, after each year, every covered company must surrender enough carbon allowances, each representing tons of carbon dioxide, to cover all its emissions, or additional fines of up to £100 per allowance are imposed. Emissions trading systems work by setting a cap on the total amount of greenhouse gases that can be emitted from certain sectors, with the cap being reduced over time so that total emissions fall. Carbon allowances can be bought at auction and traded, and these markets determine their cost, the carbon price. According to the statement, about one-third of UK emissions and nearly 1,000 UK factories and plants are currently covered by the EU ETS and will continue to be covered by the UK system. Energy Minister Kwasi Kwarteng said, "The UK is a world leader in tackling climate change, and thanks to the opportunities arising as we exit the transition period, we are now able to go even further, faster." This new scheme will provide a smooth transition for businesses while reducing our contribution to climate change, crucial as we work towards net zero emissions by 2050. The British government said on Monday it would be open to considering a link between a UK ETS and the EU ETS if it suits both sides' interests. The government said, this is subject to the ongoing trade negotiations between the UK and EU.